Hi everyone! Today we're so happy because we are starting a new series in our channel, and this time we would love to try the best and the worst reviewed restaurants in the city. And in today's episode, which is the very first one, we are going to be reviewing the best and the worst doner in the city. As many of you already know, doner kebab is one of the most famous dishes of the Turkish cuisine. So today we're gonna try two different places, and at the end of this video we're gonna find out if the places were as good or as bad as people reviewed online. Right now we are in our first place that we're gonna visit. This one is called Baramolu Döner. It's situated on the Asian side of the city in the district of Beykoz. We have read and heard many great comments about this place, and apparently it's one of the best doners to have here in Istanbul. So let's discover if that's real or not. Doner kebab is one of the most traditional and famous foods in Turkish cuisine. We can find it in different types of meats such as beef, lamb, and chicken.
Buharı görüyor musun buharı? Tereyağı, tereyağı. Bak, döner lavaş. Bak çek buraya. Gördün mü öyle bir şey? He?
It can be served in many different ways, but the most common ones are porsiyon döner, where they serve plain meat on a plate along with lavash bread. Döner dürüm or wrap with lavash bread, where they also add fries, pickles, tomato, and many more ingredients. Tombik döner, which is quite similar to döner dürüm, but instead of using lavash bread, they use a bun-shaped pide bread. This meat is just delicious. I don't know how I can explain it, but it's so juicy, tender. The flavor it's outstanding. I'm just enjoying so much these bites. I don't want to finish it, and I mean it's a big portion. They have also different type of doner versions, which I'm gonna be explaining to you in a little bit. But really, this is a very good place for doner. This one, for example, is the döner dürüm version, and this one has some fries inside and tomato, and of course the donut. This one, it's another version that we can eat, and this one is really tasty as well. So I will take a bite, please. It's just so good. You don't let me eat because I'm a vegan. As many of you already know, after having a great meal, we usually have a delicious tea. So, aprieto soup. About this place, there is no other branch somewhere in the city. This is the only one you will be able to find. We know it's a bit far from, especially from the touristic areas. If you're staying around Sultanahmet or Istiklal or Taksim, it will take a long time to come here. But if you really want to try a good quality doner and have this amazing experience to taste something famous about the Turkish cuisine, then we highly recommend you coming here. You will not regret it. Also, there are many other places to see around that are a bit nearby, so you can also choose what to see around this area, plus eating here. That will be a great combination for a day in Istanbul and something different. Another thing about this place is that usually it gets so crowded. I mean, many people really come here, especially the locals, and also they receive a lot of foreign people who really want to try a good doner. So right now there are not too many people here because we came early. Actually, we have breakfast right now, so that's why it's not too crowded. But if you come here during the evening or in the afternoon, for sure it will be crowded. Even we were reading many reviews that people tend to wait outside because there are no tables available when they come here during the evening. So that's why, I mean, just prepare yourself that if you come here late in the evening, you need to wait a bit, probably. Taksim and Istiklal Street is a place where we can find a huge variety of foods and restaurants. That is why, as our next stop, we have chosen this area. Now we are in our second place, and this one is in one of the most touristic places in Istanbul. This one is in Istiklal Street, and the reviews we found online were a bit concerning. This one had only 2 points, and it has about 700 reviews from different people, from locals and also tourists. And this place is not that the food probably is bad. We have been reading a lot of reviews that basically this place is a tourist trap, and apparently depending on your nationality or the language they listen to you speaking in, they will charge you a different price. Even some people were complaining that the prices were over exaggerated, so we're gonna check that right now. We're gonna find out if that's true or not. Now it's time for me to go to the place and find out if they are going to scam me or not. I must mention that I will not speak in Turkish at all. I will just act as a daily tourist, and let's see if they will charge me 3 or 4 times the price that they really should have charged. Hi. Where can I order?
Here.
One here. Okay, thank
away,
you. Okay. I would like one doner.
Take away, right?
Yes, to take away, please.
Doner, which one? Plate or wrap?
Just in a wrap.
Beef?
Yes, beef, please.
Lean something?
No, nothing. Just that one. Okay. How many grams?
200.
200 grams.
Normal one.
Okay. So 200 grams, almost 67.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you. As you already heard from our audios when I went there to buy, okay, I paid for one doner almost 67 liras for 200 grams, which is the double portion. I mean, it's a bit more expensive than it should have been, but at least what I think is that they should ask right away how many grams the customer wants. If one portion, which is 100 grams, or double portion, 200 grams. Because if you go there, they are not asking you how much do you want, and they are automatically charging you for the double portion, which is almost 67 liras without a drink or anything. I got a doner durum, which is like a burrito type, like a grab. And okay, it looks big actually, but I think it's not, it's a trick. Actually, I think they are tricking people. So if you are coming to this place, just make sure to ask, I only want 100 grams, and even to see the prices on a menu or something. Also something, if we compare to the other place, the first one we went to Bayramolu, we ordered we ordered doner, but automatically they gave us the 100 grams. They didn't try to trick us and bring us more without asking. They just brought us what it should have been. And it was just like that. And comparing with the prices in the other place was about 38 liras. We will put the prices here on the screen so you can see them. And here 67 liras for 200 grams. So, I mean, let's see about the taste. I haven't tasted yet, but let's see if it's good at least. As you can see, here is my doner. I will open it up. Okay, it looks, the size is fair. It looks good actually. It's big. Here it has everything. So let's see the taste, if it's good enough. So maybe this is why this place has very low points on internet, which is only 2 points, and so many reviews and many people complaining about getting charged even double or triple of the normal price. So I guess this is the main reason, because they got tricked in this place. And the flavor, as I mentioned, it's just okay. And yeah, I mean, now that I try it, I do agree that this place is not as good as it should be. Which actually, funny fact, this place has many other branches within the city. And I have personally eaten in the one in Besiktas center, and it was okay, and the prices were normal. Well, maybe because it is a local area, maybe that's why. But I was a bit surprised of reading these reviews of this branch specifically. So you already know that if you come here, you need to be very careful, because in other places, even though when you order a doner, they will give you 100 grams. So just pay attention to that little tip. Quick updates. I couldn't finish this doner. To be honest, it's so greasy, oily, and it didn't have too much taste. I was able to eat just half of it. I just left the rest. So yes, if you ask me, they do deserve these low points. So these were the two places that we visited today. Of course, there is no comparison between one or another. The first one, Bayramolu doner, it was outstanding and the meat was exquisite. But when it comes to the second one, I mean, it even deserves, to me, 1 point. First of all, because the meat was so oily, so greasy, it didn't have that much taste that I couldn't even finish the whole durum. Also, the price was overpriced, and they didn't ask me at first how many grams I wanted. So I will put only 1 point to that place. And when it comes to Bayramolu doner, seriously, it deserves the 5 points. Hopefully you have liked this video, and you already know that if you come to Istanbul, what places you can visit and which ones you can avoid. If you want to keep receiving more content like this every week, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you next time. Bye bye.